CG Ruthless Sports. I will be brutally honest. Ain't nothing but being brutally honest. Coming at you with another video.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Pest, the myth, the legend.
Hey, yo, listen, man. Every time I hear your theme music, right, I envision myself in a club in 2003, and it's just a bunch of dudes on a dance floor just beating the hell out of each other to thumping ass bass, and that's what that makes me think of. Like, it's getting ready to be a fight in a parking lot. It's about to go down. We in the hood. I love it. Let's go.
Let's go, man. But man, Pest, man, the myth, the legend, the Giants content creator, the best in the business, like they say. Woo! Let's go.
It's a pleasure to be here. Shout out to 49er Nation. Got a lot of love and respect for 49 Nation, because back in the day, y'all used to slap up them nasty, dirty, stinky, filthy, disgusting Dallas Cowboys, and I always appreciated that. So thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, man. But tell everybody where they can find you on social media platform.
So you can find me everywhere on Twitter. It is Pestilence, Pestalance. But if you do a search for Pest the Analyst, you'll find me. If you search Pest the Analyst or PTA Sports on YouTube, you'll find me there. PTA Sports on Twitch, you'll find me there. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, even though I don't really do anything on TikTok. I'm on all the things that all you young folks is on. All right, I know the scene. You can find me everywhere. It's very easy. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, you seem all over the place, man. But here's a shout out to somebody that had you on this show. But let's say this was legendary. You go on this stream one time and you put this Packers fan on his place, man. That was gold and legendary, man, if I had to be honest.
You were there for that?
No, I just watched it. I watched it.
You watched it. Oh, yeah, I remember. So you know what? I was specifically told that there was somebody that had like an issue with my sports takes or something, and he said that like he knows more about football than me or something. Like these are all probably lies, by the way. Let's put it out there. They probably straight up lied to me and said he talked all kinds of smack about you. You got to go in there ready to kill him, and I was like, I was in the mode. So as soon as we hit go and old boy showed up, I was like, let's get it. And then I made him look foolish. It was fun, but I think you caught a stray. I think they hired a hitman and didn't tell me that I was a hitman. You know? So yeah, sorry about that.
Nobody likes you, Bang.
Oh, it's Bang. That was his name. Sorry about that, man. Listen.
That had me dying, bro, when you said nobody likes you, Bang. Oh, I talk sports.
Listen, I'm sorry, man. Like, look, you know, if you're gonna get in the ring with me, right? If you're gonna get in the ring with me, you got to be ready to go. Okay, you got to be ready to go if you're gonna get in the ring with me, because I don't take prisoners, man. Like, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, nobody cares about you, Bang. Oh my God, I remember that. I don't even think I've ever watched that back, so maybe I should.
It was gold, bro. Shout out to this guy, Michael Butters, man. He was the one that he still has it. It's still one of I still think it's one of the funniest videos I've ever seen, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but speaking of the Giants, man. Let's go on to the Giants offseason topics, man. Like, what was going on with the New York Giants during this offseason?
The reset button. I mean, like, we should have hit this reset button kind of 2 years ago, right? I've been begging and pleading for people with no ties to the Giants to come in and run this organization. I've been saying this for, I don't even know, 10 years maybe. Like, hey, we got whoever's running this team don't need to be part of the New York Giants. Like, we need new, fresh ideas. And I don't want to say that we have new, fresh ideas, because I fell for this trick when Coach Who the Fuck Is That showed up. I fell for that trick when he showed up, and I was just like all about Joe Judge and let's go. I'm not doing that this time. So what I'm seeing is a total reboot of the New York Football Giants organization, not just the team, not just the roster. I'm talking about the entire organization. The way this New York Football Giants team does business is not the same as what it was doing a year ago. Things are different now. That's what's supposed to be happening. What's the results going to be? Whew. I don't even know yet. But that's basically what you see in this offseason.
Yeah, like what the Giants are doing, it's like they're resetting the button and going with a new coaching staff and new general manager. And then the only questionable mark is Danny Dimes, man. Like, is this the time where he breaks out or something? Because that's been the most questionable situation for the Giants. And I think hiring Daboll was a good hiring because he developed Josh Allen and made this guy into something. But the question is, can he actually make Danny Dimes into what he is?
So I feel like I'm one of the few people that's like kind of qualified to talk about this, right? Because I am one of the few people that was never on the Daniel Jones train and never said he sucked from the very beginning, okay? I will say this. I was not happy when we drafted him. I did not think that was the right pick. I wanted Josh Allen, the edge rusher out of Kentucky. He was sitting there, but Josh Allen ain't been lighting up the league, so maybe I would have been wrong, right? Maybe I would have been wrong, but I didn't like the pick. But I said, okay, this is the quarterback. You guys think this is the guy? Let's see what he can do. Let's see. We'll see if this kid's the future. I personally don't believe that Daniel Jones is the future. I'm not going to say that he's not the future because I don't know, right? I'm not Miss Cleo. I can't tell you the lottery tickets, the lottery numbers for tomorrow. But in my opinion, in my world, I don't feel like Daniel Jones is the guy. It's just something about him. It's something about the look in his eye. I just can't. I can't buy in. Okay. However, I have said Daniel Jones is a talented football player, okay? He is very talented, okay? He is athletic. He's actually very fast in regards to straight line speed. He ain't like, breaking nobody's ankles. But if he's running in a straight line and there's no one in front of him, he's going to Forrest Gump that bad boy, okay? He's just going to put that head back and he's going to be gone, right? In terms of his ability to throw the football, I think he can make all the throws. Okay, I think that if he feels confident in the throw he's getting ready to make, he's going to put it where it needs to go. All right. So with all that being said, I feel like the New York Giants ruined a good prospect of a quarterback, and I don't believe in Daniel Jones. Now, I said all that to say this: if there's anybody that could get at least average play out of Daniel Jones, it's Brian Daboll. If there's anyone that can get at least average play out of him, based on their resume, based on what they've done, Brian Daboll should be the guy. Brian Daboll turned Josh Allen from a bum, because he was a bum when he first came in the league. I'm sorry if you love Josh Allen, but he was a bum when he first came in the league. But he turned him from a bum to a superstar, MVP level playing quarterback. Okay, no one can ever say that Josh Allen is not a top 10 quarterback, maybe even top 5, maybe even top 3. Right? Some people will make that argument. He made that young man into a monster. So if he could do that with Josh Allen, he can at least get average play out of Daniel Jones. I don't know if Daniel Jones is the answer. I don't know if Daniel Jones is the guy that I hang my hat on. Maybe we franchise tag him. I don't know. But what I do know is that we do not have time to play around with this damn quarterback situation. If Daniel Jones isn't getting the job done, get his ass out of there. That's just what it is. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like Dable has a really good resume, and then you look at how Josh Allen, it took him until his third year to actually put on some good numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones, I think he had like a solid rookie year where you can put in the argument he had like a pretty good year, and then the following year his production declined, and then this season it was like iffy. But what the Giants did in the offseason, I felt like they needed to add some more weapons for Daniel Jones and give him some proper protections. And do you feel that they actually fixed that area, or you think they did it due to the draft?
Okay, so I was very happy with the moves that we made in regards to our interior defensive linemen. And I'm actually very, very happy with all of the moves that were made. But I was happy. I was legitimately happy with the moves that were made pre-draft. Okay, like Glowinski, love him. I love the Colts, y'all. Okay, I'm a Giants fan. I bleed blue, right? But I also bleed blue. I love the Colts. All right, I as a young adult, as an old teenager and a young adult, I love me some Peyton Manning. So I love the Colts because of him. This is before Eli was even a thing. I love me some Peyton Manning. I love what he brings to the table. I love what Glowinski brings to the table. And as soon as we signed him, I said, okay, we're good at right guard. We're good there. And then Feliciano, I know he's never played center before. We'll see, right? But these are people that OG Bobby Johnson, he knows these players. Okay, he knows these players. So I'm gonna at least take his word for it because of Bobby Johnson's pedigree. He's a good ass coach. I'm gonna take his word for it on the other two. But Glowinski, I was like, I'm good. And then for us to get Evan Neal, after getting Thibodeau, I know we're gonna talk about him, but for us to land Evan Neal, the stars just aligned. The stars just aligned. I have never seen a draft like this from the New York Football Giants. I've been watching this team for a very long time, y'all. Here goes Don. Vito. Something wrong with Vito. Vito's got problems, man. We gotta do something about Vito.
I don't even know. I don't know what the issue with him, but
I don't know, man. Vito says weird shit in my chats all the time too. Like I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I don't judge if he's in the closet, man. My bad.
It is what it is with Vito. But as I was saying, for us to land Neal, I can't believe it, man. I've been watching this team for a very long time, and I can't remember a draft like this. I can't remember a draft where I feel like we've at least attempted to address a lot of different holes. We got edge rusher. We got right tackle. We got ourselves potentially a really good tight end. People sleeping on Bollinger, but he's a monster, right? And then you sprinkle in a guy like Flott, who was really good his last year in college. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to pause because everything was going so good. CG, like we was having a good conversation. We're talking about the Giants, right? You know, the chat's going good, right? Vito's still being weird. And then I look over and I see this. I see this person, man. This person that makes my blood go up a few thousand degrees. Thousands, not hundreds, not tens, thousands of degrees. So because this individual decided he wanted to show up, I would just like to take this time to let everyone know that I hate Billy Mays. I hate Billy Mays with every fiber in my being. I go to sleep hating Billy Mays. I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, and when I spit, the spit is my detest for Billy Mays. I don't like Billy Mays. My hate for him lives rent-free. Rent-free. I just wanted to make sure everybody understood that.
All right, so that's just the common guy that comes around. I get it.
Yeah,
man, I guess he's your big fan. So
Yeah.
you got to give him that.
Yeah. No, he's a villain, bro. He's a damn villain. What you mean?
No, like he's like he follows you, like, you know, that's like your fans. They follow you and they have that. He's like the Joker, you're Batman.
No, these aren't fans. That's just the thing. These people don't support me. They don't give a damn about me. They just show up, right? And they make my life miserable. Shut up, Billy Mays. You shut up. You are a liar, sir. You are a liar. Yo, Billy Mays is a great person to have around to try to sleep with your girlfriend.
All right, man. I get I like the energy, man, but you were getting too confident about the Giants, about the weapons, right? Especially the tight end you were talking about.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I really do feel like this draft. I really feel like this draft we addressed pretty much all of the issues. Now, I'm not saying that the team is fixed, y'all. Okay, so please don't come see me later and say, "Oh, I thought they addressed." I didn't say they were fixed. I said they attempted to address them. Until players get on the field, right? Until players get on the field and play actual meaningful football in regular season, until that happens, your team sucks, okay? Your team sucks. My team sucks too. Like, no one's played a game yet. No one's got on the field. They just finished mandatory minicamp, all right? Until somebody gets on the field, your team sucks, bro. Like, stop telling everybody your team's the best. Your team sucks right now because you don't know. And one false move, one bad situation, and your team's in the gutter. Chill. I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and be like super big headed about, you know, these big moves, about these big money players that we have. We have a lot of weapons. We have a whole lot of weapons. We seemingly have improved on our offensive line. And our quarterback might not suck, but he probably will, right? It's looking good, at least on the offensive side of the ball. It's looking great on the defensive side of the ball. Wink Martindale is someone that I love, and I will profess my love for him every day of the week. But until my team gets on the football field, y'all, they suck, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, to look at it that way, Daniel Jones is on a contract here because he didn't get a 5th-year option. So I think he's determined. I think he's really realizing that his job isn't safe after this season. So he has to step up. Like, the pressure's on Daniel Jones, man. You got to play your best season for the New York Giants to even re-sign you. They forget about the 5th-year option. They didn't even give you that.
Hey, yo, shout out to my dog Authentic. Shout out to the Beard who just got married, man. Congratulations, Mazel Tov. Excuse me. I saw Authentic had put a post, and he was kind of talking about the whole situation with Daniel Jones and you know, it being his contract year, and how, like, yo, he's got a you know, all the ammunition to go out and have a great season. And I remember vividly when I saw that, the thought that came in my head was, if this doesn't light a fire under Daniel Jones's ass, nothing will. Like, bro, you're in a contract year. They didn't pick up your 5th-year option. They ain't even talking about a contract. They ain't talking about extensions. They ain't talking about none of that. All they talk about is this season. Like, that's it, bro. Like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna respond? because the way you've responded to adversity, when you're not on the field, you're talking in front of the cameras, you say the right things. But when you're on that football field, man, I don't know. It's time for you to shut me up. It's time for you to shut me and everybody like me up that questions if you're the guy. If this doesn't get this man motivated, I don't need this man. Then he's a dead man, right? That was cursed by a voodoo priestess, and that's the only reason why he can move around and throw a football like fucking Weekend at Bernie's. That's what Daniel Jones is. If he's not drooling to get on that football field and start slinging that damn rock, so I want him to prove me wrong. I want to be wrong here, y'all. I want to be wrong about Daniel Jones. I don't believe in Daniel Jones, but I could be wrong, and if I am, good, because that means our quarterback is the truth. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's the pressure on Daniel Jones. Like, that has to lit a fire on him, because the fact that the Giants have no confidence with him at this point, but this is his 1 year to prove it. So I think that's what's going to happen with Daniel Jones. It's a contract year, and you have to prove it, or else you're out of the league with the job. You have to go elsewhere as a backup or somewhere else.
Yeah. I saw the question by the notorious GAV. That's all right. Cool. I rocks with you. Thoughts on Saquon? I love Saquon Barkley, y'all. There's a whole lot going on there. Apparently I commented, but I did it with no hands.
No, it's just part because I had the response from all of them, but I guess we connected our channels.
It's all good. I ain't tripping. As long as it doesn't say something crazy, we good. Because I'll be like, that wasn't me.
That wasn't him. That was me.
Saquon, I love Saquon. I think Saquon is a monster. I think Saquon is an absolute maniac, and him being drafted by the New York Giants. It's not his fault, right? It's not his fault that someone looked at him and said, this is the best player in the entire draft. I mean, to be fair, it looked like Saquon was the best player in the entire draft. It looked like he was the best player. He was going to come in and take the league by storm. I can understand why. I don't necessarily think that picking a running back with your second overall pick is a smart idea. I don't think it is. I really think it's a bad move. But I will admit to this: like, when we drafted him, I jumped up like, "Oh my God, we drafted Saquon Barkley! This kid can do everything." And then after it all settled down a little bit, I was like, "Man, I really wanted Quentin Nelson." That's why I wanted Quentin Nelson. So like when it all wore off, I realized, like, damn, that's probably a mistake, though. Like, it's good. Hey, Viz, shut your punk ass up. What sucks is that you're gonna keep highlighting his goddamn comments. He's gonna keep talking about how he suns me on a regular, how I don't want to smoke, how he's my father. He's gonna say something about, like, picking up my dirty underwear off the floor in my room, or something like that, right? Because these are the kind of sophomore jokes that Viz tells because he's 12. It's cool. It is what it is. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. I gotta preemptively slap some of the chat down. Just to
I love it, man. Let the smoke. Bring it on, man.
Down, let them know.
Let the goat get you, man.
Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here. Oh man, I lost my train of thought because of stupid ass vibes.
You were talking about Saquon Barkley about
Saquon. Yeah. So yeah, it sucks that he got drafted to the Giants, but it's not his fault, right? And there were a lot of unrealistic. There was a lot of unrealistic expectation placed on Saquon Barkley's head, man. Like, people expected that he was going to make the team better, but a running back is relying on his quarterback, who's relying on his offensive line, who's also relying on the wide receivers, because if the wide receivers are productive, then they can't stack the box because then they create another weakness behind them. But the wide receiver core is ass. The offensive line is bad. Our quarterback, who I love very dearly, if you look behind me right there, that is an autographed picture of Eli Manning breaking out of that sack before the helmet catch. I love me some Eli Manning. But let's just be honest, he was on the downside of his career. So you put Saquon Barkley on a team with an aging quarterback who's on his last legs standing behind an offensive line that can't block. They can't block people on Twitter. They can't block people on Twitter, let alone blocking 275-pound men, 310, 315-pound men. Like, and the wide receivers suck, so we ain't scared of them. But you got this really, really good running back. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to put everyone in the box. Stupid. We can guard these bum-ass wide receivers 1-on-1. They suck. I can send 6, 7, 8 at you if I feel like it. And Saquon Barkley's going to fix that? Saquon Barkley? I mean, he can't. And it sucks because Saquon's a good kid. He's a damn good football player. He's a damn good football player. And I tell you what, Saquon talking, the way Saquon talking, Saquon's either going to win me for life no matter what, or he's going to lose a lot of us forever. Because the way this man talking right now, he getting ready to come out with a fire and fury within his bowels, in his soul and in his being, that is of the gods. That's the way he's talking. Like, he's getting ready to come out and he's getting ready to put up some of the greatest numbers you've ever seen in your life. And he better do it. Because if he comes out and has another year where he rolls his damn ankle, or he tears a goddamn ligament, or he gets injured, or he's not productive, it's a wrap for Saquon Barkley. It is. It has to be. It has to be. He's going to go down as a bust. He's going to go down as he's going to get the Ricky Williams treatment. He's going to get the Reggie Bush treatment. Y'all remember when Ricky Williams and Reggie Bush came in the league, and we thought that the league wasn't going to be able to stop him? It's going to be the same thing with Saquon if this man doesn't have a monster-ass year. If he doesn't have a monster-ass year, it's going to be a wrap for Saquon Barkley. That's just what it is. I'm just being honest. I love Saquon Barkley. I don't own a lot of New York Football Giants jerseys, okay? I got 2 Eli Mannings. I got an LT because he's the GOAT. I got a Pierce because Antonio Pierce was the damn quarterback of the defense. And I got a Saquon Barkley jersey. Those are the jerseys that I have of players. I typically don't buy players' jerseys because the moment a player's gone, you've got an old jersey. So I tend to not do that. I'll get a jersey of a legend. I don't typically get an active player except for Eli, but at that point, he was a legend.
Yeah, most jerseys these days, when you get current players, they can just be gone in a couple of years after they hold out or something. So I'm skeptical about getting a Debo jersey now that I think about it. Like, dude, anytime I get a jersey of some other player, bro, they always tend to leave. I said, why am I wasting my money on this guy?
Hey, yo, there's a lot of people walking around with a New York Giant 13 looking dumb to the mug right now. Like, thought he was gonna be here forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's people walking around with Odell Beckham Jr. jerseys, and that's just, yeah, I remember when he was a Giant.
When he did this,
yeah, I remember when he was a Giant. We did that one catch and he hit the net, and the net hit him in the head, and he proposed. Wasn't he snorting cocaine off like a hooker's ass or something? What did he do that shit? Didn't somebody take a dump on his chest once? Yeah, I remember Odell Beckham Jr. And then we won a Super Bowl, right? Yeah, he was pretty damn good. Like, that's the story. The story is crazy.
And then he hit the net, and then the net hit him back.
I mean, like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So that's kind of the way I feel about Saquon Barkley. This has to be his year. He's got to do something, or it's done.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a year for him because, I think running backs, if you draft them very high, it's kind of like you could have got some other players for that position. Like running backs, you can wait later. Why get one?
Yeah.
Just get them in your system.
Trade down. And people looked at me like I was crazy when I said Quentin Nelson that too. But Quentin Nelson is that good. He is that good. That's the thing is that people laughed at Quentin Nelson at 2. But he's that good. He's that good. He's the best player in the draft. One of the best players in the draft. He's the best guard. He's the best player at his position right now. So yes, I want the best player at his position, at an important position. You know what I'm saying? Blind side, left guard. Yes, I want to spend number 2 on that. But you get a running back. I don't know, man. You could have did Nelson. You could have did Nelson. You could have traded down. You could have did all kinds of different things, man. But instead, you chose to pick up Saquon Barkley. That was old ass Dave Gettleman, man. Old ass, stupid ass Dave Gettleman. just a dumbass, man. And I can say that because I defended him sometimes. And then after a while, I was like, hey, this dude's an idiot, isn't he? This guy's a moron, right?
Well, I've heard a lot of complaints from Giants fans. They always question Dave Gettleman's decisions and all that stuff, so it's kind of been iffy. But with the new general manager that you guys got, how do you feel about this GM?
There's a few things that I really like about Joe Schoen. I think one of the first things that I heard him talk about, which made me really stop and listen to him, was he was talking about the draft room. He was talking about the draft room, and he was talking about the fact that Dave Gettleman still had magnets up on the board. Like a fucking whiteboard with magnets. What the fuck is this? Is this 1973? And that was like one of the first things he pointed out was that we need to modernize this draft room because this is old school. We need technology in here. We need the new stuff. And that was the first thing that made me go, okay, you're on the right track right now. Because the fact that the New York Giants facility, and just so you guys know, I've talked to players, okay? I've talked to actual New York Football Giants about this stuff. So when I'm telling you, when I'm saying this, okay, this is what it is, okay? The some of the pieces inside of MetLife Stadium were archaic. They were Jurassic, and they needed modernization. Super, super bad. If you guys don't remember anything from this show, you need to remember this one word: modernization. Okay? Everything that you do needs to be modern. Whatever is the new hotness, you go get it. Okay? Us as content creators, right? I've gone through 4 different cameras, and I'm on my second microphone, and I've because I continue to modernize my setup. What's the new hot stuff that's out that's going to make my stuff, the things that I'm producing, look the best? How do I make this stuff be the best? Let me talk to the people who use the stuff that's the best, and then go and get the best. And that's what I feel like Joe Schoen has done as the general manager of the New York Football Giants. We just feel more modern. It's just modernization. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, this is a word that you need to know and understand. Modernization, especially because everything in this world is technology now. Everything we do is some piece of technology. And if there was a room in the New York Football Giants facility that didn't have a piece of technology in it, then something's wrong with the entire organization. So that's the thing that I focus on is the modernization of the New York Football Giants. I said it was kind of a new chapter. This is what this is, y'all. You guys are potentially witnessing the modernization of the New York Football Giants. We're done with this history shit. We're done with this legacy stuff. It's time to make new history and stop thinking about the past and the things that we did in the past that work. Let's try the new hot shit, please. And if a 41-year-old man can say that, I am 41, y'all, even though according to the internet, I'm infinite years old because I'm immortal. But I'm 41 years old. If I can sit here and tell you guys, hey, you need to be more modern, you need to modernize your lives, then anybody should be able to understand that concept. This is a very important concept in everything that you do. Everything around you that has changed in the last 10 years is because of modernization. Just saying.
Yeah, like technologies have changed over the years, and especially MetLife Stadium. It's like I don't know, what is it with the field turf? Like I've seen a lot of players get through injuries, man. Oh
my God, this field turf is terrible. It's what? It's not even just the Giants though, because they're using this. The science has always said that natural grass is the best playing surface to play a high impact combat contact sport like football or rugby, Aussie rules football, so forth and so on. So that's what the science says. The science says the best surface to play on is grass. But, I want to say maybe 10, 15 years ago, the NFL made a mistake. The NFL made a mistake and they listened to somebody who probably had stock in the company that was making the stupid rubber pellets, but they made a mistake and listened to somebody that said, hey, you should go to turf. Playing on turf is terrible, y'all. Listen, I've played on grass. I've played on grass fields. I've played in mud fields. I've played on AstroTurf. I've played on regular turf. I played on all these different surfaces, and nothing's better than grass, man. Nothing's better than just normal, natural grass to play football in. AstroTurf is going to rip the skin off of your arms. That field turf, you're going to get those stupid rubber pellets in your eyes and in your mouth and in your nose. You'll find them in your fucking hair and in your jock strap. How the hell did they get in my jock strap? Everything was cinched down. I'm talking to you as a football player right now, okay? That's what happens. The NFL has got to get rid of these turf fields. They got to go. We have to go with natural grass. We have to. And I'm just hoping that maybe Joe Shane pulled, our ownership in a room and said, "Hey, yo, you need to change this damn field surface because that's why people getting hurt here. Jets getting hurt there too, and that's also a problem because we share the building with the Jets. So I don't know how that works."
Yeah, it's like, that's been the issue with MetLife Stadium is the field turf or whatever they got there. And I agree, natural grass is better because it's less risky. But like you said, I played in natural field, muddy field, and I played in turf. And I'll tell you what the difference is. When you play in turf, it's kind of uncomfortable at times with the
sucks. It sucks landing on that turf. It sucks landing on that damn turf. I hate that turf. And you always find these mystery raspberries. You know what I'm talking about? You find these mystery raspberries, and you're like, when did that even happen?
It's because of the freaking turf shit.
It's because of that stupid. I hate that turf, man.
Yeah.
See, notorious GAV. He's too concerned about your nice white Niner jerseys getting grass stains. Hey, man, grass stains over torn ACLs. I'll take the grass stains, man.
Grass stains anything, dude, because at least I won't be injured. Because when I was playing in turf, AstroTurf, man, I tweaked in my ankle, and then I was pretty much off the game on that day. So
yeah, because your cleats, depending upon the kind of cleats you have on, they lock into that surface, and then you try to move, and you'll just crumble. I've seen so many people try to cut, and it's like that damn turf, man.
Yeah, that turf was no joke, man. Like sometimes it depends on how you move in the cleats too. It depends on what cleats you have because it can be stuck on your shoe, and then sometimes it depends on how you move it. And it's not like I don't like turf, Turf is just not something. But when you play natural grass, it's more safer. But I don't know what's with these technologies with the turf. Like turf to me just doesn't seem right. But
I've always hated turf. Now a lot of people, thank God, AstroTurf didn't stay a thing, because that was even worse. AstroTurf was like super duper hard carpet. Hard carpet. So whenever you were going to play a game at AstroTurf, you'll notice that, or like if you're going to go play a team that's going to play on AstroTurf, you'll notice that they all have like long sleeves, long pants, gloves. They're all protected because that AstroTurf would tear your ass up. And Viz ain't lying about how hot that damn turf get. That turf get hot as shit.
That's what I've heard about, and that's
AstroTurf was a 90s thing, GAV. AstroTurf was a 90s thing. I'm telling you how old I am. I played football in the 90s. Yeah.
Those were like the tougher conditions, especially with those.
Yeah. That's like Pop Warner, and then high school football.
I've always there was a couple of fields I would play with turf, but it wasn't like AstroTurf. It just had that little plastic thing, whatever it was.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So I hope we can do something about these fields, man. These fields suck. And player safety. If player safety is really a big deal to the NFL, which I'm sure it is, right? Let's not feed the conspiracy theorists that think that they don't care about the players. But they've got to do something about this turf. And John Mara, Steve Tisch, one of y'all need to pull your head out your ass and tell the other to talk to the other owners of the other team that shares that damn building and turn that field to grass. Can you imagine the football games that could be had in MetLife in grass, and it's raining and it's snowing? Oh my God. Just give me grass, please. Please.
Yeah, man. We need better condition fields and all that. But yeah, hey, thoughts on let me answer this dude's question. I'll inbox you that because I don't have monetization right now, but I know you probably want to donate and I appreciate it. But there's this Thibodeau guy. Remember you guys drafted him? I guess
I heard about him. Yeah, Thibodeau. Sounds familiar. I think I heard that name before.
Yeah, because he was drafted by you guys this year.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's the best player in the draft. Yeah, that's right. That's who he is. He was the best player in this draft. For some reason, didn't go number 1 overall when he should have. He's the best player in the draft. He just is. I'm sorry. I don't care what team he went to. He's the best player in this draft. What was y'all thinking?
I mean, he was very hyped from coming out of Oregon, and usually these Oregon players, they're kind of 50-50 because there's quite a few that panned out pretty good, and there's some that's questionable. But I've heard a lot of talent about Thibodeau. Thibodeau's that one guy that can be a game changer, but you guys haven't had somebody like that in quite some time since Pierre Paul.
Yeah, I was going to say probably the JPP, Justin Tuck, Michael Strahan, that class of guys is probably the last time that we've had a dominant pass rusher, a true number 1. I'm going to go get the quarterback pass rusher. So thank God we finally have one. I think we kind of got 2, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I love Thibodeau. I love him.
He's got speed and he's got that quick get off stuff, and that's something that you guys needed. And I think for quite some time, the Giants hadn't had an edge rusher for quite some time that was very production wise. You had a guy from Georgia, he's solid, but you needed somebody to complement him and put him on the other side. And that's one thing the Giants haven't had for a while was when they won the Super Bowl, they had one of the best pass rushers in all of football, and they were getting towards the quarterback. They were wrecking havoc.
We were coming to get you. Yep.
And that's what's been kind of lacking for the Giants for a while was that, because when they have edge rushers and do the NASCAR rushing, dude, they were very dominant. And even if Eli wasn't at his best, your defense did the job.
Yeah, I mean, so but it's crazy because a lot of people don't actually realize that Eli Manning was really the reason why the Giants won those 2 Super Bowls. The things he did those 2 years were special. Like they were special. The things that he did specifically. And it's crazy because my favorite Eli Manning game of all time was the game against y'all in the NFC Championship. Because Eli Manning got his ass whooped in that game. The 49ers beat the shit out of Eli Manning on live television. It was a massacre, y'all. It was a fucking massacre. Why y'all do? First of all, why y'all do my boy like that? Right? Y'all ain't had to do my boy like that. First of all, let's start there. Cause your Niners, they beat the shit out of Eli Manning. This dude got up. His fucking shit was off. They beat the shit out of Eli Manning, y'all. I could have swore somebody threw the towel. Like, this guy got his ass whooped. But he didn't quit, man. He didn't quit. And he kept getting up, and he kept slinging that rock, and he kept fucking playing, and we ended up winning that game kind of by the skin of our teeth. Those were the two. Hey, what's going on, Jason? Those were the two. Those were like really the two. My God, those were just when I think about those two teams, right? And I have to enjoy this because, like, again, this is a game that I watch constantly. I watch this game constantly because the New York Football Giants and the San Francisco 49ers that year were the two best teams in the NFL. They just were. In regards to the way they were playing at that point in time in the year, in that NFC Championship game, those two teams were the best teams in the NFL. It didn't matter who was playing on the AFC side. The NFC was winning that year. They just were. Because the 49ers were monsters. I remember that year. I remember watching, just being like, where in the fuck did this 49ers team come from, yo? It came out of nowhere. Like, where'd they come from? This team's good as shit. And for Eli to be able to come out of that game and lead the Giants to the Super Bowl, man, that's special, bro. That right there is special. We're not talking about no slouch-ass teams here, man. We're talking about really good teams, really good names. Sorry, I got to go on an Eli rant because Eli don't get a lot of credit, man. But we're talking about really good teams, really good names. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers,
SOB,
Colin Kaepernick, Tom Brady twice. I mean, these are good. I don't think any of those quarterbacks I just named were slouches. I don't think any of those teams that were surrounding those quarterbacks I just named were slouches. These were good ass teams, man. These were good ass teams, and the NFC, the NFC, we had the damn league on lock. By the way, the NFC had the league on lock. I don't feel so good about the NFC anymore. Do you see what they did over on the NFC? Did you see that shit?
Yeah, the offseason hasn't been too.
You see what they're doing over there? You see what the AFC doing over there? Shh. Listen, I'm a little concerned about the AFC. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a little concerned about the AFC right now.
AFC West has been aggressive with all these moves.
Are you not concerned about the AFC? Like, are you not concerned about these teams?
They're loaded. I mean, you look at their offense and the way they're adding players. There's a lot of these AFC teams making some crazy moves.
And yo, this ain't fair. This ain't fair. I mean, oh yeah, man, that Victor Cruz, man, undrafted Super Bowl champion. That's a great story. It's not fair. It's not fair what the AFC's doing, man. I don't know if the NFC is going to win a championship anytime soon. It's going to be difficult, man. There's some good ass teams over there. I can't wait to watch. Those teams. There's some good ass teams in the AFC right now.
You know how they say it's all hype in the offseason until they prove it otherwise, you know?
Yeah,
remember like previous offseason, the Cleveland Browns were like the team that got so much talent and they didn't do squat.
Yeah, I understand that, but you're talking about like 3, 4 different teams doing some crazy stuff. I can't wait to see what happens. I I can't wait to see what these teams do because some of them play each other, some of them gonna play each other. Oh man, I'm very excited for this season, man. It's gonna be some really good football this year, man. Just with all the stuff. What's my thoughts on OCU Minora? I love OCU Minora. OCU Minora is a legend. My team is the New York Football Giants. You can see the couch. I point that way. Look at this. The helmet. It says Giants there. It says Giants over there. I got a Giants hat on. I'm literally blowing Eli Manning on your show right now. Blowing him. I just Eli Manning. Yeah, I'm literally blowing him on your show.
Hey, but speaking of like the way you're saying it, man, like you still guys have a long ways to go. So maybe in a season or two, I think you guys are gonna build it in the right direction. Maybe we'll see. But the coach, maybe Brian Daboll can do something with Daniel Jones. It's a contract year, and I'm pretty sure he wants to prove that he belongs in the NFL. So I think this might be a sleeper team. Maybe because
this year, wait. You think the Giants are going to be a sleeper team this year?
Like a team that nobody expects. Like, it's kind of like the mystery. Like nobody expect the Bengals last year. I mean,
yeah, I can understand why. I can understand why from on the outside looking in, you're just like, yo, if anything could happen, they're a sleeper team. But I personally don't feel like this is a sleeper team. And I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, great. I don't feel like this is a sleeper team. I feel like this is the beginning of a good, solid, competitive team, that carries the logo of the New York Football Giants. Like, I feel like this is something that's going to need some time to build. This is something that we're going to have to really be patient with. And New York Football Giants fans ain't got no patience right now. Just no patience. My favorite OC moment, I just loved OC's face mask. I loved all the cool shit that they were doing with their face mask during that time. I remember wanting to have a face mask like that. His face mask was dope as hell. You're gonna win 10 games? Now you're gonna win 10 games because I don't believe. Oh shit!
The New York media, the fans get a little too. But I'm not saying like. But I guess Corey, he did answer that question about Daniel Jones earlier. If you want to check out the rest of the interview, but yeah, he already put it like it is. Oh, you're talking about Justin Tuck? That dude had the face mask like a robot, bro.
Tuck had Tuck had the face mask, but OC had a cool face mask too. Like all of the Giants D linemen had the cool ass face mask, and then they was like, "Oh, y'all can't have those face masks no more."
They don't even have it no more. It's like
it's because of the Giants. It's because of the Giants, because they told them that they could make those kind of weird looking face masks so that they wouldn't get, people couldn't grab onto them. And the Giants defensive line, they just went crazy. They went super overboard with these big ass fucking like, what the fuck is that? But those face masks were cool as shit. I loved all those face masks. I love those face masks. OC going into the Hall of Fame, I see he asked me that. I don't know.
Maybe Giants Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Giants Ring of Honor for sure. Hall of Fame. Did OCU and Uriah have a Hall of Fame career?
It was solid. It wasn't like nothing special, if I had to be honest.
I don't know. I don't know if we can say that OCU and Uriah had a Hall of Fame career. Like, you know what I'm saying? Eli Manning barely has a Hall of Fame career, right? He barely has a Hall of Fame career. Eli Manning should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He'll probably get it on the second look, right? He'll probably get it on the second look. Eli Manning has Hall of Fame numbers. He's top 10 in every major passing stat in the history of the NFL. Oh, he played a lot of games. Yeah, that's the point. If you never miss a game, you can get all the stats. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the way it works. You play the games, you get the stats. Miss me with that stupid ass excuse. The man is top 10 in every major passing category in the NFL. So he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going to get it in a second look. He's barely Hall of Fame level. So if Eli Manning, who's up here, and he's barely he just made it. He just made it to the Hall of Fame based on the stats and the name that's on the back of his jersey. That puts him up over the top. OC ain't even close to that. I'm sorry, he's just not. So I can't say OC Hall of Fame career, but definitely Ring of Honor. He should definitely be in the Ring of Honor at every team that he's ever played for should put him in their Ring of Honor. If he wore the jersey and squirted water into people's mouths, and that's all he did at the time, they should still put his fucking name up in the Ring of Honor.
Well, for that, yeah, he will be because of the team in general. But if it's NFL, I don't think so. But you look at Eli Manning's accomplishments. You look at he's won 2 Super Bowls. I think he's been to like multiple Pro Bowls. And what gets him in is because he won the big ones and beat Brady when it matters. And then you can say the Manning name does get him in for sure because hey, he's Peyton's brother. He's Archie's son. Hey, get the guy in. He's a Manning. Get this dude in.
Hey, listen, I mean, like, and it's crazy because everybody always kind of gave Eli a lot of shit, but we're not going to sit here and act like Archie Manning is not God when it comes to the NFL. Like, it's Archie fucking Manning, so his boys can do anything they want because he's God. Okay, he was sent down from the heavens to play for the New Orleans Saints. Okay, the man's Jesus apparently because they love him. Everyone loves him. So it helps. Thanks, Dad. Put him over the top. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. It's what it is. Don't hate the player. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't hate the player. Don't hate the game. But you got to admit he won when it matters. And regular season stats, he always had his up and down season, but he was always the guy that would win the games that matter. So you got to give him his credit. And then when you're talking about that season when the Niners came out of nowhere, dude, this defense was freaking ridiculous. Like we didn't give up a rushing touchdown until the 14th game of the season, which is an NFL record. I don't know if that's
I love that 49ers defense that year. I love that defense, bro. Because I'm a Giants fan. I predominantly watch like the Giants, but I love football. Okay, you know what? You know, sometimes my favorite week in the season is whatever week the Giants are on a bye, because I can just watch football and not be emotionally invested in it. I love football. I love that 49ers defense. They were just killers, and I love defenses filled with psychopathic murderers. I love it. Yo, I want every player on a defense to be a psycho. A psycho. And everybody on your defense was psychos, man. They were crazy. I loved them.
Yeah, Golston was a hitter, man. And Whitner, shit, man. Like, dude, all these guys got hit and they got hefty fines for that. But, man, dude, they were hitting pretty hard. And then you had Patrick Willis making those sideline plays, and Bowman was just coming into his own. You had Justin Smith, the Cowboy Justin Smith. That dude was so strong you couldn't even block this guy, and he was able to manhandle Drew Brees with Carl Nicks holding him up and then taking him to the ground. And then Eli Manning had some misery with this guy too. So it was like, then you had Aldon Smith, the other Smith brother, coming into the side. Man, that was a wrecking havoc right there.
Yo, I love that 49ers defense, man. I sit around and I watch highlights of teams, man. Just like, you know how they do the end of the year, like the little yearbook or whatever. You find it on like YouTube or whatever. I like to just watch like that, like those really good defenses from back in the day. I love watching just the highlights of their season, like what they do that year, and then just seeing them just destroy people. Oh my God, it's the best. I play defense. I'm a defensive coordinator. Right, I'm a defensive guy, so I don't really give a shit about your offense. I care more about the defense. So I want to watch defenders rip people's faces off. That's my shit. I love that.
Yeah, like when I play defense, man, I just want to hurt somebody. I don't care what consequences are, man. I play defensive line, but when I had to play some offensive line, man, all I wanted to do was put somebody in the ground, make them suffer.
I ain't playing on offensive line. I'm playing on defense.
Whatever they put me at, man. Like I like defense better, but when I got to understand the different transition, man, I had a better understanding playing O-line because I knew what defensive linemen were going to do, and I knew how to attack them. And I just enjoy hurting people to the ground. That's what I like about it.
The only position on offense that I really like to play was fullback because it meant I get to knock somebody on their ass. Like as a fullback, as a fullback, your only job really is to knock someone on their ass. Like if you can catch, cool, and if you can run a little bit, okay. But your job as a fullback is to just run around and put people on their ass. That's it. So I'll play fullback, and I'm just gonna go. Listen, I remember when I was younger. And I'm sorry, I know we're supposed to go an hour, and I'm just yapping.
It's all right. Keep it going, man. Keep it going.
No, because we do got to wrap it up here soon. But I can remember, man. My favorite play as a football player, I was playing fullback. And there was a kid who was talking a lot of smack to me before the game about how bad he was going to hurt me. And I remember putting that guy on his neck and everybody going crazy. And I knew from that day forward that I never wanted to do anything else but hit people. Like I want to hit people. When they put me in that running back, I get me that ball. They only put me on dive plays when they had me playing, tailback, right? And it's because I was going to take the ball, I was going to put my head down, and I was going to run at somebody. I'm not trying to juke no one. I'm not trying to spin. I'm trying to run through your whole body. So I was a perfect. You need a zero dive. I'm just okay. You need a 21, 23 dive. Okay. You want me to go through that A gap? That B? Okay. I got it.
Impose your will, man. Impose your will. Put him in the damn ground.
Yes,
Make
sir.
him suffer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but man, dude, this was a great show, man. I was just having a good laugh and a good time, dude. But looking forward to maybe down the road we can definitely catch up again, man.
Yeah.
But dude,
yes.
So my prayers and condolences to you, bro. Keep it strong, man. The BGN Sports Media, they got you behind, man. So anytime you need some advice or anything like that, I'm here to listen, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody who showed me love over the past this week. It's been a little hectic, been a little crazy. I'm trying to just keep moving and take care of what I got to take care of, man. At the end of the day, the bills don't stop. Need money, so I gotta keep grinding. I gotta keep hustling. I can't let nothing slow down the grind, man.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to give you a solo, and then you can say what you want to say. Then we can end it on a high note, man.
Yeah. Again, thank you so much for letting me come here and hang out, man. I've watched this channel. I've seen you guys. I've been around. I'm super, super happy to get to come here and hang out with y'all. Again, I'm everywhere. If you search, PTA Sports, you'll find me everywhere. PTA Sports. That's really all I got. You guys are going to see way more of me. We're going to be collabing. We're going to be giving you guys great content. So I look forward to the next time I come through here, man. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate y'all.
No problem, bro. So looking forward to it. Everybody's going to sub you up, man. If you ain't subbing to Pest, bro, then something ain't right with you, man. Because if you don't like realistic Giants content creator or somebody who will tell you like it is, bro, then you're in the wrong business, man. But you got to sub this guy's channel.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you, man. As always, CG Ruthless Sports and Pest is out, and see y'all later. Peace.